At a talk at Liberty University earlier this year, Dr. Jordan Peterson, who is a professor of psychology at the University of Toronto and the author of the book 12 Rules for Life, said, "You can find sustaining meaning in responsibility. As Muslims, we should be able to understand this well. Our worship, our religious obligations, our daily prayers, our zakah, our fasting, and the teachings of the prophets, whether it be smiling or taking care of our neighbors, all are a reminder of our responsibility. And when we feel our responsibility dearly, when we understand that we are accountable for all that we've been given, we can find meaning. We can live our life well." To talk more about responsibility and accountability, I have a very special guest joining us. He taught me how to read. He made me better at math. He is always there to pick me up when I fall. He's the guardian of our home, and he owns his obligations. He's probably pretty embarrassed right now. He is someone that I look up to. He is my eldest brother. Let's say hello to my eldest brother, Hyder. Hello.
Hello, Nikita. Salam. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. So we're talking about accountability. Sometimes it feels like we're not as accountable as we might have been in the past. There's so much happening in the world today, and figuring out who and what is causing the damage is a difficult debate. But before we try to answer questions like that, to what extent do you think we're held accountable in the first place? What can we control and what can't we control? In other words, what are we held accountable for?
I don't know, I guess just to use the historical context that you were trying to create. In the past, I feel like people were more accountable. I was reading a book by this author named Charles Guy Eden, and in the book he has a chapter basically on accountability. The book's called King of the Castle. He was a Muslim revert, and in one of the chapters he's talking about accountability, and he says in the past, 150, 200 years ago, you had a butcher or a blacksmith, and when a customer came in, if the service was not adequate or if the product was not adequate, then the butcher or the blacksmith heard it right away. He was accountable for his actions right away. Whereas in the world today that we live in, 90% of us, we work in multinational, multifaceted corporations, and it's hard to pin the buck on any one person. Like if you look at the financial crisis of 2008, I think there are only 2 bankers who are held liable for their actions during that period. So it's just a lot harder to hold people accountable today. But yeah, in terms of whether or not we're accountable, I feel like we're all accountable for our own actions, but when it comes to others' actions or the actions of our parents, that's completely separate. We can't control that. Even the actions of our children, I think that's a different, you're just accountable for yourself more so. Obviously as a parent you have a responsibility to raise good kids, but at the end of the day, Islamically speaking too, you're held accountable for what you did. You're not necessarily liable or accountable for what your parents did or what your children have done. It's on you. But yeah.
So you're accountable for what you do and for the actions that you...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So who should be responsible for holding people accountable? Because in a society there's right and there's wrong, and if someone does wrong, who's going to be responsible for holding that person accountable? Is it the leader? Is it people of equal status as the one who makes a mistake, or is everyone equally responsible?
So I think in terms of enforcing accountability, I think Islamically we have this concept of doing good so that you can try and reach paradise. At the same time, there's a stick which says, okay, don't act in evil ways or in a bad manner, because you may end up in a place you don't want to end up, in hellfire. So there is this concept of hope and fear, and that's supposed to, tame you, but at the same time, a lot of Islam stresses that you do things just for the sake of Allah, right? And that's supposed to be like your moral compass. Like, there shouldn't be someone over you telling you what to do. You should just, say if Islam has prescribed this on me, and if I'm supposed to act in a certain way, then that's the way I should act. There shouldn't be someone that holds me accountable to it. But practically speaking, sometimes you do need somebody to enforce that, right? And in our world, for example, we have laws, and we have elected officials that are basically us, that are supposed to reflect the norms of our times and who make our laws. So, like, in our world, we have, that's our way of justice, our way of policing people. But Islamically, I feel like the code's been written, and you just follow it.
Yeah. Because if you understand Islam, if you understand what's right and what's wrong, like you said, no one should have to be like hovering over you, telling you what you have to do. You should be able to already know.
Yeah, like for example, there's a saying of the Prophet that there are 3 levels of Iman, right? And the highest level of Iman is to use. If you see a wrong action, then you're supposed to stop it with your hands. And if you can't do it with your hands, then use your tongue. And if you can't do it with your tongue, then at least consider it a bad deed. So, like, there's supposed to be this innate fitra in you to do good and forbid evil.
You should be able to tell and hear.
Yeah.
Okay. As humans, we all have responsibilities. We all have to look after each other. So what would you say is our responsibility towards people of our community and then towards people of our faith?
So in terms of, I think Islam, regardless, a mu'min is one who others are not harmed by him, right? And that's not just for Muslims, that's for anybody. So that's what Islam has told a Muslim to do. And then there are different ways, and there are other sayings that stress this. For example, the believers are like a body, and any one part that is affected, everyone feels it. I'm paraphrasing here.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that the framework of Islam is to always be cognizant of other people. And not just people, it's also the vegetation, the animals, the environment, right? But then specifically for neighbors and for a community, there's a huge importance in Islam for your neighbors. Even once someone was asked, what's the definition of a neighbor in Islam? And loosely, it basically is anybody who is 40 houses down in every direction, which shows that there's a great weight, a great importance, and a great responsibility to take care of your neighbors. And there was another saying of the Prophet where he basically said that I thought that the rights of the neighbor were going to grow to such an extent that they would also inherit from us, or inherit from me. So it shows that the rights of your neighbor are very high. You're supposed to ensure that they have enough to eat, that they're well. Even just for Muslims have rights on other people. If I invite someone to a gathering, that person actually has a right on me for me to show up. If someone's sick, I'm supposed to visit them. So there's a great deal of responsibility on people in Islam to act in certain ways, or to act in a good neighborly conduct.
Yeah. And then how do you feel about accountability in the workplace? So, for example, what do we do when a customer brings a complaint to us, or if we witness something ourselves as workers that we feel ought to be corrected?
I think accountability in the workplace comes more so from the tone of the top. And you sort of learn from, or you know, monkey see, monkey do. But like if you see your bosses acting by the book and in a straight manner, and that's sort of the culture that permeates throughout that organization, right? But if you see the boss sort of being a bit loose and you know, there's a bit of moral degradation, then you know, you might act in a similar fashion, right? So I think it matters more so from the tone of the top, but even you as an individual, as a Muslim, you should always be acting in the way that Islam prescribes you to act, right? If you see a wrong action being committed, you should correct it. And then at the same time, like, you're being paid by an employer, so in some sense it's like an amana or a trust that he places in you to act in a certain manner, right? To act in the way which he has asked you to act. Or if, you know, there's some harm to his property, then maybe you should point that out, right? But yeah, so tone of the top, and also Islamically just do what you're supposed to do at any prescribed time. Yeah. It'll always be the right thing to do.
Okay, and we're just going to do one more question. Is there an example that comes to mind when we failed on a global scale with our decreased sense of accountability? That's a tough one, but whatever you think you can share in the amount of time that we have.
Okay, well, historically, Muslims had control over Islamic Spain, for example. I'll use that as an example. And so I got the chance to go to Spain recently, and my tour guide was also a Muslim who had been living there for 30 years. And he had done a lot of research into Islam in Spain. And he said that, you know, when Muslims initially came to Spain, it was actually on the behalf of a Christian king. A Christian king was seeking justice for a wrong that was done to his daughter by another, I think, neighboring king, and he reached out to the Muslims because Muslims at the time would uphold justice. So the Muslims came, and the people realized, the people of Islam, people of Spain basically realized that the way of Islam actually made more sense to them, because Spain at the time was a feudal system, and under a feudalism, you basically followed what your feudal lord did, and you basically gave up all your work. Everything that you produced was basically for the feudal lord, so you didn't really keep much, and you just subsisted. But Islam, on the other hand, you know, there was freedom of religion. There was the ability to, you know, to make profit, to make wealth for your family. So if you do look at that time period, Islam actually, it wasn't just that Islam came and then it went from 0% Muslim to 100% Muslim, which would show that it was done by the sword, but instead it was like 0%, 10%. And then slowly after like 180 years, it became 90%, which shows that Islam permeated. People actually agree with the message. So the reason why I'm saying all this is because when Islam came initially, you know, it was on the basis of justice to help the people. And then at one point, when it got to its pinnacle, one of the Muslim emirs, he built Madinat al-Zahra, and Madinat al-Zahra was uncovered for a long was covered for a long time. They didn't know it even existed. They thought it was just a mythical city that Muslims wrote about. But then they found the ruins for Madinat al-Zahra, and our tour guide was basically drawing a metaphor, and he said that when that emir, when his grandfather came to Cordoba, he built the Masjid al-Cordoba, and it was the heart of the city. Everybody visited Masjid al-Cordoba. But when his grandson now built Madinat al-Zahra, he put the palace and more of the houses related to the king near the top, and then he built the masjid below. And it showed that their values had sort of shifted somewhat. And as a result, like within 80 years, it was completely ransacked, and everybody had looted the area. So once their values and their perception changed, and I don't know, like once you start doing things not necessarily for the sake of Allah, or once you lose that sense of direction, you might be taken into account.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. And it's a really big sort of discussion, but I think, like when I think of the concept of accountability in the Muslim world and where we failed to uphold it, I feel like I think of Islamic Spain, or at least what led to its fall. But like you said, it started off on the principles of Islam, like they went for justice and But, okay, so do you have any last few words you want to say?
I'm a man of few words.
And then I force you to come here and speak for too many minutes straight. All right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, thank you for coming and for sharing a little bit about accountability. So that was our final conversation for the first season of the My Voice show. We do have a special surprise planned for you after the break, so don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching the My Voice show on EOS with your host, Aisha Hyder. Before the break, we were speaking about accountability with our guest, Hyder. Now, to say thank you and to say goodbye, to bring this season to its end, we have a special surprise for you. Joining me are two of my teammates from My Voice Canada, Sarah Masood and Amina Ahmed. So Sarah, she is our elder and our mentor. She guides us. And Amna she does a variety of things. You actually may have seen her recently because she is one of the faces of our Just Ask Ramadan series. And so we've brought them here today, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. Because we work together, we get to know each other. Amna and I, we've been working for
almost 6 years, since high school.
Yeah, since high school. And Sarah, you joined a little bit after that.
Yeah, but it's still been 3 to 4 years.
Still been 3 to 4 years, yeah. And Sarah and I also spent a weekend together at a conference in Ottawa. And so we've seen a crazy side of each other. And so we're here to put our friendship to a test. We're going to play a series of personality games. So, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, we're ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we start the personality games, why don't you properly introduce? We'll introduce each other. So, Sarah, you can introduce Amna. Amna can introduce me. State the person's role in My Voice, and then also just give them a brief insight into what their role requires of them.
Okay.
So you can introduce Amna.
Sure. So right here is Amina Ahmed, and Amna has been part, as she said, for 6 years now of My Voice Canada. And she used to help us with tech coordinator. I think we still bother her, although she has changed her role. Right now she's a member of team development, and Amna and her team are basically tasked to develop and organize leadership workshops, also executive retreats and social hangouts. So a lot of the fun stuff and a lot of our cool events actually come from Amna and her team.
Oh, thanks. That was so nice. Okay, so here we have our wonderful host, Aisha Hyder. She is basically our idea person on My Voice. She always comes up with the best ideas. She's so creative. And her role is sort of switched from community relations lead to your TV host. And that was Aisha's role for this whole season.
Thank you. And Sarah, she is our project manager, project director.
It's all sorts of things, yeah.
Basically, she juggles a variety of roles and wears various hats. And she's there to guide us. She fills in for things. She is our mentor, like I mentioned earlier. You're also just there to give us emotional support, I feel. I feel like I am able to just say what I'm going through, and even if it's not necessarily related to work, I feel like I'm just able to sit down and share it with you. And I feel like the girls probably feel the same, like we can you're
Definitely.
yeah.
Sarah's like an older sister to all of us.
Yeah, that's definitely very sweet to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as a mentor, we try our best to just be there as a support system. So it's good to hear that that's working out.
Yes. Yeah. All right, are you ready to play the game?
Yes,
I think so.
ready.
Okay,
Very ready.
so I'm going to basically ask a series of questions. They're personality questions, and then whoever you think fits that question best, you lift up their head.
Okay. All right.
Wow,
All
this
right.
is great.
Okay, so these are work-related questions. These are going to be funny. We're going to hear some truths today. So, who is most likely to keep the team on track? You know yourself.
This is it. Sarah is the one sending text messages, so many emails, updating. Can you get this done? Can you get that done? Are you on top of this? It's great.
Yeah.
She's always on top of everything. She's so organized, but yeah, it helps the rest of us.
It helps the rest of us, yeah. And you do it well. Like you've got this like wisdom to you that just keeps us all on the straight path.
She's like, I know.
Thanks.
All right. Who attends meetings the least?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I know.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you broke the record.
I broke the record, yeah. I like
only recently.
yeah, only recently, but
Yeah.
I'll just come in for a little while and then be like, okay, I have to go now.
She's there for like 2 seconds. You get to see her face, and then she's like, hey, bye.
Yeah, but you know, you do your part before the meeting with your updates.
Yeah.
So we totally appreciate
Sometimes.
that.
All right. Okay, so who is the worst at texting?
I
You don't know? Were you gonna say why me? Both?
I really don't know.
Because I send paragraphs?
Actually, you both reply to my text messages.
Yeah.
I
So
don't.
Okay, yeah.
I
You know
have
what?
some,
You know
like,
what?
recent
I'm
experience.
so sorry.
Thanks.
I'm notorious for this. It's not just my voice, just in life in general. I
Yeah.
don't respond to text messages.
Or emails.
That's true.
But that's
it's
supposed
late
to
replies.
That's supposed to come next. Okay.
Okay, so are we gonna keep my head up then?
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So who is the best at replying to emails? It's Sarah.
It's Sarah.
Why are you
I would say
hesitating?
like sending emails.
Yeah, true. You send emails.
She
Replying.
sends the email.
Sending emails.
Okay, I'm pretty good at
replying
replying.
emails.
Yeah, I'm good at replying.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I
yeah,
think,
I can agree with that. I'm making myself out to be terrible.
That's okay. We're trying to be honest.
Okay, but this next one, okay. Okay, well I said it. Okay, well.
What
yeah.
is it? What is
No,
it?
never mind, not this one. But I have something for Amna.
Oh.
Who is most likely to fill in for anything at short notice? That's Amna? I
Yeah.
thought it was me.
Sure. Well, let's correct you.
I
No?
feel like maybe 50.
Okay, maybe like 3 years ago.
Actually, yeah, a couple years ago, definitely.
Yeah,
Aisha,
but
I
yeah,
think it's like
Amna, now it's
transitioned into
Amna.
me.
Yeah, maybe it started off with you.
Then it's like, okay, Amna can take
Actually, yeah. Now that I remember, I think it
Yeah.
used to be
Okay,
you.
let's put this
used to
back
be
up.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, Aisha. It's Amina right now. She's winning.
over. Yes, Amna's winning. Okay, who is the most studious at meetings?
Most studious at meetings?
Yeah. Okay, I know my answer. You guys don't know?
I want to say me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You.
I feel like
Yeah,
it might
I
be
think
me.
so.
I'm
You
there.
are.
I mean, now I have to take meeting minutes. So
Oh, yeah.
But like even
But
when
even
you,
otherwise.
even when you weren't taking meeting minutes, I'd always like look over and be like, oh my god, Amna's taking notes herself on her laptop, or like, and I'm just sitting there like with my legs crossed on the chair.
That's so true. You're so notorious.
I'm so
I'm just notorious for
distracting.
being comfy. She comes into meetings, puts her feet up, and she's just
Well,
comfy.
it's a hangout place for her.
Yeah.
Amna's really studious at meetings.
That's right.
Thanks,
yeah.
guys.
Yes, you're so good. All right, now lifestyle related questions.
All right.
So, who is most likely to scuba dive with sharks?
Oh my gosh.
Why are you guys saying me? I'm putting none of these up.
I feel like out of the three of us, what would you think?
Oh my
Out
god.
of the three of us.
Okay. Honestly, out of the three of us, I'm gonna say none. I'm not putting anything up. See, it's funny you pick me because I can't swim.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I can't swim
I
either.
can't swim either.
But I think, okay, you know what?
I don't know why
I feel like I would be the most to just be like, sure, why
yes,
not?
I do.
To at least say
Okay.
it.
Yeah. I
Maybe
feel like-
sure, why not?
Intention.
I'll say intention. I'd have the intention to go, but
Yeah.
I'd back out last second.
Yeah.
I have the intention to scuba dive, but not with sharks.
I just have the intention to learn how to swim. Let's
Okay,
like,
that's
start
good.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like you're adventurous, Amna.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Okay. Who is most likely to have more than 5 children?
Oh my gosh.
We already know this one. Why do you know that though? Because I don't
you're
even think I
so-
mentioned it.
No, you're so motherly. Aisha just treats everybody like their family. You know
Like
what I
my
mean? She's
child?
just so mother. Yes, everybody's her child. She's just like
She's a child, and then she treats everyone else like a child.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not that I'm the mother. Maybe it's just that I'm the child, and so I just treat everyone else like
Yeah,
a
but
child.
I think you're going to be a great mother.
Inshallah, yes,
Inshallah.
you will.
Thank you. Who is most likely to complete a PhD?
Sure.
It's you.
If you're telling me that's next, okay.
Yes.
Well, because you were thinking of doing something or the other.
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely thinking of going even higher in terms of my education, so we'll see.
Inshallah, you can
Inshallah,
do
we'll
it.
see.
Yes.
Okay, next. Who is most likely to live in a farmhouse after they retire? Aisha? Okay, I was gonna do us both. I don't know why I thought maybe you would also be.
I feel like Aisha's the one who wants
Yeah.
the simple life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, it's me.
Yeah.
I actually
Aisha.
Yeah.
She wants to be surrounded by animals, wants the simple life, away from people, just with
Away
nature.
from people?
Just
Well,
with
I
nature. Okay, she
people,
loves
nature,
people, but like
you know,
you
with
love nature.
Okay, true, nature.
Yeah.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
she could, she would live on a farmhouse with like
And
50
just get
people.
everyone else to move there
Oh,
with me.
yeah.
That's what I would do. I'd be
She'd
like,
buy-
please, Haris, move in with me. Like, come to my farm. Haris is my brother.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
You get like separate little barns
Yeah.
for all of your family.
For all your
Your
family.
5
Yes.
children.
7. My
All right.
grandmother had 7 children. That's why I
Okay,
was
so
wow.
you are aiming higher.
not higher.
You know, I actually think Amna is probably the other way. Like when I thought of that question, I'm like, Amna's probably a bit more adventurous, more
Like
of
live
like
in
the
an urban.
yeah, like in.
I wouldn't.
in
I don't think
urban.
I'd live on a farm.
You'd live in a city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be so isolated. I love nature. I'm very outdoorsy, but like I need to be surrounded
Yeah.
by people. I need city, like busy life
For
kind of.
most of your time, you prefer, I think, to be in the city. At least that's
Yeah.
what I think. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay, then that's me. Who is most likely to become a secret undercover reporter or a journalist? Why is this? This one's tough.
This
isn't
one's
it?
tough.
Yeah, I mean, we all have qualities.
Yes, I feel like we're all part of the My Voice team. Why not all 3 of us?
Yeah, why
All
not?
3 of us. Okay.
All 3 of
Hee-hee,
us.
let's
We've all
try
been behind the
this.
camera. Can we
Yes.
all go undercover?
Yes.
There we go.
Undercover.
Yes. all 3. Who is most likely to drop out of school and live the rest of their days on a remote island?
Oh,
Really? I don't know.
drop out of school, me.
Live on a
I'm
remote
a-
island. You
Live on
on
a-
an island.
Okay,
I
this
shot
is
an
a
island.
combination of
Me drop out of school. Got 1 more year left, inshallah.
combination of Aisha and Amna.
No,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Amna will complete her education. And it's,
Inshallah.
I mean, as
Yeah,
much
Aisha's
as it would be.
questionable.
Well, maybe you can be on an island, but not forever.
If there are people and animals, she's fine.
Yes. Yes, I would just. Okay, that's why. If it's a remote island, I don't know. Okay, but there should be people on a remote island.
Yeah, there could be. I mean, it doesn't
Some
have
jungle
to be.
folk, maybe.
Yes,
Yeah,
I would
it's
find
not
a
like
way.
the next survivor.
Who is most likely to marry into a royal family? I already know this one.
What?
Sarah. You're
Yep.
so like, you know.
Royal family.
Sarah's very sophisticated.
Exactly.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I
That's
don't
why she
know.
wouldn't do the things like move to a remote island or.
No, Sarah's
I
very
love nature
classy.
too.
You love nature too,
sophisticated.
I love nature too.
You're just a good child.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say Sarah.
All right.
She's
Put
let's-
yourself up.
I'm clearly forced to put myself. Okay. Sure.
Now we have to find a prince for Sarah.
All right. That's our next project.
That's our next project. Who is most likely to navigate a ship to safe shores? I say Sarah.
I see
Really?
all 3 of us.
All 3 of
Really?
Team up.
Oh, team? Okay. I said me because I think I'm good with directions.
Okay.
You're good
So
at-
we need
Actually, you are. I feel like you've been driving the longest.
No,
out
that's
of all
probably
of us.
Sarah.
Okay, Sarah.
Okay.
Me from like the high school ones.
Yeah, but you got your thing right away.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't get mine in high school.
No, I got mine right after high school.
Okay.
Oh, right
me
after.
too.
But I think I've been like since I started getting since I got my license, I was one of the My Voice drivers.
Oh wow. Look
I
at
don't
that.
know how I
That's
would
a
be
skill to have.
able
Yeah.
to help.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I think this is a team task.
Team
Okay.
task. Okay.
Okay, but I feel like, yeah.
You need a leader.
We need someone to motivate us.
Yes,
We need Sarah, the leader, big sister, and then me,
The
directions.
direction.
Yeah, oh, Sarah can be like, okay, this is where I think we should
should
go.
be go.
And Amna can do the steering. And then Aisha
Can motivate.
Can motivate us
be the
and keep us
cheerleader, like,
entertained.
"Oh, you're doing good.
Aisha
Yeah,
will
you can
keep
be
us
the
entertained.
cheerleader.
Yes, on the ship.
Okay, we got our
Keep us
roles
entertained.
clarified.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to do characters from movies. Who
Okay.
is most
Oof,
like the
okay.
character? So first we have
This one's gonna be
Alfred
interesting.
from Batman.
Well, I know him.
Okay.
Alfred, Sarah.
Why are you putting me up?
Well, I think when I look at him and I know him from the movie.
She's actually seen this movie.
Come on, I've seen Batman.
You've
Come
seen
on.
Batman?
Yes, I
Good,
have.
Sarah.
I'm not that bad. I'm good with superhero movies.
Why do you think?
I think he's a pretty loyal person, you know? Loyal, behind the scenes, like always helping. I know he has a very stern face, but very good heart.
See, because Sarah's our big sister, I feel like that's why.
I feel like you're wise.
Yeah. The wise big sister.
He's wise.
Okay.
Yep.
That's so sweet, though. Thank you. Okay, so that's Alfred from the Batman, and this is so who's Finn from the Notebook?
I don't know. Can someone tell me who?
You don't know him? He's
Okay,
like the
I
one.
haven't
Go
seen the
ahead.
movie.
He's like the best friend. He's like, I feel like he's the very caring one. He's always the one, he's like your go-to almost, right?
Oh.
I
Yes.
think so.
Okay,
Currently.
Amna.
Really?
I thought I feel like you're like the one who like helps out your friends and like
Oh,
is a
See, that's how I
liaison
would
between
describe
them.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think this is again that kind of gradient. A shift from Aisha to Amna.
Okay.
Both.
All right. Lucilla. Oh, I didn't put her picture up. Sorry. Lucilla from Gladiator.
I actually don't know this one.
You don't know this one?
No, who's
She's
that?
like, did you watch Gladiator? The one with, is his name Russell Crowe?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Yeah?
Who's this one?
The one where like, are you not entertained?
Okay, who's the character though?
The character is the
What's her
the
personality?
Yeah,
emperor's sister, I think.
Okay.
And she's like,
Oh, I thought
Is
she
she-
was a daughter.
she's sort of, she is courageous, but like she has her like things that, you
Hold
know,
her back?
that hold her back.
Okay.
Okay.
Like her sons, like her love for her son and her love for her brother.
So what are like the
Oh.
three characteristics?
But she's three characteristics. I don't know.
Okay, once you said like love for people, that like, I feel like Aisha just loves everybody and sometimes she loves too much.
Yeah, that's what we understand from your
That's what we
description,
understand.
Aisha.
I might be getting this wrong because I don't know the character, but I'm gonna go with the positive thing. Aisha just loves everybody.
Aisha just loves everybody. Maybe that's what holds her back or something. No, it doesn't hold me back.
No,
that's
it
not
doesn't.
true.
Okay.
It doesn't hold
No,
me back.
it
We'll
doesn't
just
hold
go
you
with the
back.
first half.
We'll just go
We'll
with
go
the
with the first half. You love everybody.
I love everybody, and it doesn't hold us back.
No.
So things don't hold her back. She's just I don't
Strong, courageous. We're gonna go with
Caring
that.
woman.
Yes.
We could be getting this totally wrong, but that's okay.
It's just between
Maybe
the
I
three of
explained
us.
it wrong.
No, don't worry.
Watch the movie and then see how she is. I think she's cool. Okay, Mel from Inception.
Yes.
Oh.
This one, I know this one. Okay, I know her character.
Oh my gosh.
This one's a little tricky.
I watched Inception, if that's
You've
why
watched
you're looking at me. Yes.
Do you know who it would be?
This one's tricky.
Yeah, it's. I don't know.
I feel like I'm gonna go with Aisha again.
Yeah, I'm actually leaning more towards Aisha too.
I thought when I saw her, or like when
Yeah.
I thought of her, I thought of me too.
Yeah.
It's a little scary in a way because she's stuck between like reality and illusion. But
But I
Okay, we're
mean,
not gonna say you're stuck between reality and
no,
illusion.
I
but
think what
like,
helps is like, for me, what helps is like knowing God. So that's that's what helps me
Yeah.
know what reality is.
you've got your center.
But yeah, I've got my
Exactly.
center. But I feel like I could have been that.
yeah.
But I think she's still
Well,
really
it's okay to be exploring two different
Yeah, she's
sides
like-
of things,
Yeah.
you know.
kind of eccentric and
Yeah.
stuff. All right. And then Nick from The Great Gatsby.
I know this character. I don't
He's the
remember.
narrator, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the
he's the
narrator.
narrator. Okay.
Storyteller.
Storyteller, Aisha.
Oh my God! I thought it was Amna.
Yeah,
Again, like with the
really?
friends thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
With the friends thing.
Oh.
There's like a
Okay, I can
special
kinda see.
connection.
Because
that
oh wait,
they-
why am I saying friends thing? Well, no, I feel like he's just I don't know. I feel like he's just everybody's friend in this movie.
Yeah.
And this book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially because he's like telling the story, it tells you that how connected he is with a lot of
Yeah.
these other characters.
Yeah.
When
feel like
I hear
Amna's a good
storyteller,
friend.
though, I think Aisha. She just knows how to like. She's so eloquent, like how she speaks, and she knows how to. You
Well,
know.
that's true, Aisha.
You guys are too kind. What is this? Okay, next is Pi from Life of Pi.
I didn't actually see this.
You didn't
movie.
see this?
Yeah, it's
He's
all
like
of
a
us are-
survivor.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
a
Survivor.
I feel like this one is Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sarah, definitely Sarah.
I mean, Sarah knows how to survive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Try my best to survive given the circumstances.
And June from The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh my
Okay, what's
gosh.
her character?
Yeah,
like?
you will have to tell us.
She's like the witness leader. That's what we learned in English class. So she
okay.
like witnesses everything, and she's not necessarily a leader like at the forefront of things and making things happen, but she's more just
Behind the scenes.
seeing it all and behind the scenes. Yeah, I was gonna say Amna as well. for
Behind the
this.
scenes is
Yeah,
me.
I was gonna say Amna.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the technical coordinator part behind the scenes. Actually, Alma does quite a bit behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad she's sitting right here in front of the camera.
That's true.
Yeah,
Even
my
like at our
role
galas,
is-
you're behind the scenes.
My role is usually behind the camera.
Yeah. so
Until
we're-
I got roped into doing Just Ask.
Oh well, we're trying our best.
Okay, last one. Dr. John Watson from
Oh.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Really?
I was also
Sarah.
going to say Sarah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Amina.
Really?
Why?
I don't know. Like, well, I mean, I get a feel for. I mean, I know there are some characteristics I would say, relate well to me.
You watched this?
Yes, I watched it.
Yay.
For
I
Aisha,
watched this
think-
movie a week ago.
A week
which is
ago?
really
Oh,
funny.
wow.
I recently watched it.
So
Yeah.
that's very timely.
Yeah. But then, so why Amna?
I don't know. I think just like the persona, like that feel that the character gives. I think. Yeah, I think.
Because he's like a bit funky.
Yeah.
Like he's
yeah,
funny,
yeah.
isn't he? Like he's
Yeah.
I think
funny.
that's more
I think-
Sherlock Holmes.
He's like witty.
I feel
Okay,
like
yeah,
Sherlock
that's true.
Holmes is the witty
They
one.
both have
And
their
then-
like.
I mean,
humor.
they both
yeah.
have their humor. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
have like
for
those
sure.
mixed characteristics
Okay,
that make
combination.
them interesting.
I'm still
Yeah.
sticking with
Combination.
All right.
You convinced me. Combination. Okay. All right. So that brings the games to an end. Is there anything that you guys want to say to the viewers on behalf of My Voice? Because this is the last episode of this season. Is there something that you want to say to them?
Yeah, for sure. I think we both want to share, our thanks to Aisha, for hosting the show. It was amazing. We have been following along, and we've seen you grow. And it has been a pleasure to have you on the My Voice team. And it's such an exciting moment to be here at the show as we conclude the first season, and hopefully for more to come, inshallah. I also wanted to, thank the viewers for taking the time out and watching our episodes here on EFAS. Also, we would like to invite all the viewers to get to know more about My Voice Canada, the project, and what we do. Behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, like all over the place. We do events, our magazine, our YouTube series. I think the first thing would be just to go on our website, send us an email. That's an important thing to do. We're working for youth, and it's by the youth, for the youth. And it's an important project to be a part of. It's been a journey for a lot of us here at My Voice, and a lot of us have continued on for many years. and all of us are an example of that. So yeah, I think I'm just going to invite the viewers to stay connected with us.
I think you said that beautifully. I can't really add anything else to that, but I also want to thank our producer, Brother Amer. He's been a big help in bringing this show to life, giving us the opportunity here. So thank you, Brother Amer.
So thank you, Brother Amer. He had a lot of patience with me throughout this season, and also just thank you to the EOS team for giving the youth a platform so that they can, share, just express their thoughts and speak from their heart. I don't know if we'd really get this opportunity because you do feel like an amateur, and then they allow you to grow throughout the experience, and it's all caught on film. So, but you definitely realize that you can't take it for granted. You're given so much, and you also have so many people that you're responsible to, and you're a representation. So I just hope that I was able to do okay with the time that I had, and I didn't take it for granted. So this brings the first season of the My Voice show to an end. We hope you had fun today and that you learned something new. On behalf of My Voice Canada and EOS, I would like to thank you for watching today. And for those of you who joined our guests and I every week, thank you so much. If you haven't watched all of the conversations, or if you'd like to watch a conversation that you've already seen and you'd just like to refer to it again, all of the conversations are going to be on EOS's and My Voice Canada's YouTube channels. That's where you can find them. And I'm just going to leave you with a request to visit My Voice Canada on our website at myvoicecanada.com. Learn about how you can get involved, whether it's in our magazine or it's in any of our other projects, and write to us. So that's it from us. Explore, pray, live with creativity and love, and never forget who you are. Thank you and take care.